Welcome to Khan's Digital World. I'm Badrul Khan. Thanks for being with us today. I'm happy to share a brand new book that I have just came out. It's called Khan's E-Learning Tips. Those of you who are interested in e-learning, this book provides the practical guidelines about how to design, develop, evaluate, and implement e-learning. Well, folks, as you all probably know, that in this show, we basically talk about issues which are very important for our daily life, technological issues that have implication in all aspects of our daily lives. In this digital world, whether using a smartphone, a tablet, or a traditional computer, more and more people are using social media, such as Facebook or Twitter, in their daily lives. From these social media postings, we get tons of information about what's happening in the world. Recently, ethnic cleansing and genocide of Rohingyas in the western coast of Myanmar, formerly known as Burma, got our attention. Over the past several weeks, more than 500,000 Rohingyas have fled Rakhine state of Myanmar to neighboring Bangladesh, where they are housed in makeshift tents and refugee camps. According to the United Nations, this is the most rapid refugee influx since the Rwandan genocide in 1990s. The United Nations describes the situation as a classic case of ethnic cleansing. Folks, images and videos of Rohingyas crisis are all over the internet. Some may say that information on the internet is not always accurate. Well, for that particular reason, for accurate information with empirical validation, I contacted journalists who interviewed Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh, talked with experts on Rohingya issues in the United States, reviewed newspaper articles. I even spoke with a Penn State University professor of environmental microbiology, Dr. Wakaruddin, who himself is a Rohingya. I watched several Facebook videos of Rohingya refugees explaining what happened to them. I comprehend their issues very well because I am originally from Chittagong, Bangladesh, a neighboring town of western Myanmar where Rohingyas are from. Because of the geographical proximity, people from Chittagong can understand Rohingyas dialect. In one of the videos I recently watched, posted in the Facebook, I can hear a Rohingya man. He was saying, in our Rwandan township, there were 24 villages. Now only 5 villages left, and 19 of them were burned down. All of those people were either killed or fled to Bangladesh. We are not allowed to go out of our villages to work and earn a living. Unless outside helps arrive immediately, we won't be able to survive. Well, when I compile all the information, I can reinforce and say that what's happening in Myanmar is simply a textbook example of ethnic cleansing. Until now, about 500,000 Rohingyas fled to Bangladesh. And you see, Bangladesh, Myanmar is a neighboring country. So these Rohingyas are fleeing to Bangladesh, and Bangladesh receiving them with great heart, and I appreciate Bangladesh for doing this. Then I have collected many of this information, and I have some associates. One of the person is Dr. Faizul Islam of University of Maryland University College, who gave me a lot of research support and also came up with some paper cuttings, which I like to show. They're appearing like this. This is in the Wall Street Journal, and then you have from Washington Post, and then we have from Washington Journal, you can see. So you see there are so many images that we see, and the images from social media and other sources are so horrible that I can't even display them on this show. Horrifying stories of rapes, gang rapes, killings, and arson. Rohingyas are suffering mass atrocities perpetrated by security forces of Myanmar in the northern part of Rakhine state. We cannot stay silent. We must recognize that the Burmese military has been accused of using landmines to target ethnic Rohingya refugees fleeing mass killings. Who are these Rohingya? Well, I have collected a book written by a famous historian. The name of the book is Rohingya by Dr. Karim. And within the limited time that I have on the show, I cannot go into detail about the history. From my research that I have learned, Rohingyas are one of Myanmar's many ethnic minorities and who have been living in the Rakhine state, formerly known as Arakan, on the west coast of Myanmar at least since 8th century. It's 8. It is very shocking to know when the government of Myanmar refuses to recognize them as citizens, instead branding them as unwanted illegal migrants from Bangladesh, even though they have been living there for generations, centuries. The majority of Rohingyas are Muslim, while minorities of them are Hindus. Well, described by the United Nations in 2013, Rohingyas as one of the most persecuted minorities in the world. Rohingya population are denied citizenship under the 1982 Myanmar nationality law. Myanmar, a Buddhist majority country, continued to deny the Rohingya citizenship, freedom of travel, access to education, and the group still faces harsh systematic persecution. Can you stop this ethnic cleansing? We know several countries have investment interests in Myanmar, and they are not vocal and critical about Rohingya genocide. It is reported that Myanmar government feels protected from any outside pressure because of these investor countries. But remember, humanity should rise above all. After all, we are all human. The US Congress has called for an immediate sanction against Myanmar. US representative at the UN, Nikki Haley, has called on countries for suspension of all military supplies to Myanmar. I urge everyone to stand against this genocide. We should not let any ethnic cleansing in the world anymore. It is inhuman, it is completely wrong and unacceptable. We must value every individual as human and help them live in the world with dignity and freedom. I vehemently condemn the Myanmar government. I urge to people of Myanmar to voice your concern about this genocide. What do we want? We want United Nations to establish international criminal tribunal for Myanmar to prosecute serious crimes committed by the Myanmar military, government officials, and all those involved in this heinous crime against Rohingya. As UN established same thing for Yugoslavia, for crime committed by Bosnian Serb forces. I know some of big powers in the United Nations may not allow that to happen. That's why I through this show, urge citizens of the world, please voice your concern to your representative. We don't want to see any genocide in the world. My message to those who are involved in this genocide, please stop it now, or it will come back to haunt you in future. That's all for the show. See you with another episode of Conscious World next. Thank you for watching.